I love this bridge. I came across it when I was heading into Kangaroo Valley, and I'm leaving again. Now we can see by the amount of traffic here, it's not midweek. It's actually a Sunday morning and super, super busy. But I didn't mind sitting here because it meant I could video and a good opportunity to share the bridge with you. Hi there and welcome to my channel. That short clip was me leaving Kangaroo Valley, so I hope you've seen that video because that's the one where I saw those cutest wombats. And in this video I'm heading off to another house sit. This is the third house sit that I've done in the New South Wales east coast of Australia. So I introduce you to a different area, one that's not so touristy as some of the places that I've been to. So stick around and I'll share Culburra Beach with you. And of course, I should have said welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoy the video. And my name's Anne, I'm a traveller. So this is Shoalhaven Heads. It's just this huge long beach. I don't know how far it goes, but I can't see any break in the sand going north or going south. So I've walked in one direction. It's a bit rainy, so I'm going to go south. So thankfully woke up to a beautiful day and it meant I could start exploring around the Culburra Beach area. As you can see, there are many different beaches and the lake and lots of ways to get to them. And then I discovered this walking track. How cool is that? wasn't much left of the lighthouse, but the next day I took another walk and went out to Orient Point. That was a great walk. I was hoping to find somewhere to buy a snack, but that there was the only shop and it was closed down now. And so you had to drive back to or walk back to Culburra Beach. But I discovered a couple of really good restaurants. There was a Chinese shop and also the Mexican, which was absolutely to die for. So this has been a wonderful walk this morning, and I hope you've enjoyed all those pictures I've been posting. So I walked from the house sit out to Orient Point. Now my map did show that there was a bakery out there, but as you saw with the picture, no, closed down now. Very sad. Oh well, I'm listening to my audiobook and I'm now heading back to my house sit. So this little girl just loves being outside, but the best thing about this house sit, definitely the best thing, is this area is fully enclosed. Like they can't get out and they can't catch any wildlife. It's absolutely perfect. Hey darling, morning Zaza. You're gonna come and have a snuggle on the bed? You're not too sure, are you? So I've had some really great house sits over the time, but this is the first time I've house sat for an artist. Now the artist's name is Eve Smith. Definitely Google it. She is very much into watercolour, and this is one of her pieces behind me here. So I've really loved staying in her place because she has a lot of artwork around that I can just enjoy. So thanks to Eve for letting me look after her two gorgeous cats and live in a gallery for a week. Well, I suddenly realised just before lunch that I've been at Culburra Beach for nearly a week and I'm leaving tomorrow. And I hadn't come down for a swim. Yeah, well, I'd had some grey days, but also had some beautiful sunshine. So I packed up my lunch in a little bag, carrying my little bag, and I'm going down to the beach. And it looks gorgeous and people are in swimming. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And I'm not the only one to have the idea of coming down to the beach. And it looks like the tide is perfect for swimming. Oh, how good's that? Got a nice soft drink to cool me down, and I'll be going down there shortly. How good is that? So seeing as it's my last day here at the house sit, I thought, well, I really must come back to the lake. Now I came here on the first day and I haven't been back since, and I had to cut that walk short because it rained and not too sure about those clouds up there. And I did leave coming for this walk till later than what I'd been going because the days are so long here that if you come too early, it's actually still quite hot. And it looks like the tide's coming in. There's only one other person on the beach, but I'm going to walk down the side of the lake, and I've taken my shoes off, so it doesn't matter if I get my feet a bit wet. So this is a lake, but occasionally it breaks open to the ocean. So it sort of flushes it out, but it changes the level of the oxygen in the water. And that's sort of quite interesting how a lake will do that once it's open to the sea. It actually drains out quite often, and then you get a mixture of types of water. Now, without a doubt, this lake is definitely affected by the tides at the moment. You can tell by these big sandbanks. So, but there is so much bird life, and I've actually brought my camera with me with my zoom lens, so it would be nice to think that I can get some shots of the birds and share them with you here. Now, I have walked down to the lake at different areas, but a lot of the lake is actually edged by private people's houses, so I couldn't get right to the lake to actually walk along the foreshore of it. Well, unfortunately, it looks like all the birds are really too far away, and I'm really hesitant to walk across the, well, I'm going to call them mud flats, but there's sort of a combination of sand and mud, because those who have been watching my channel for a while might remember when I was in Liverpool, I went and saw the Iron Men, and a lady there actually sunk in quicksand and had to be rescued by her friend. And so now it's made me just a little bit dubious because, as you can see, there is no one else around. So I'm just here on my own. So yeah, that would be really terrible. And like I said, I think the tide is affecting the lake. So imagine that. Yeah, right. I mean, yes, I do have my phone. I could phone for help. But yeah, it is just another of my fears that I've seemed to have gathered as I've grown older. So yes, from where I'm sitting on the edge where this beautiful white sand is, it's a long way out to the actual water, and that all potentially is quicksand. Yeah, so I think I might head out to the ocean. Now at Culburra Beach there is two sides to the ocean, like there's a point, and so on one side where I went swimming this morning is the calm side, and I believe this is the not so calm side. So I'm going to walk out and have a look. I haven't actually been out to the ocean on this side, so come on, you can come with me, of course. And I've come right over to the ocean side now. The lake's over there behind me, and here's the sea. So yeah, definitely rougher than where I was swimming, but I think today it's an onshore wind. I think the wind's coming in from behind me, so I'm sure it gets much rougher out here. But over behind me here is the headland that I've been walking up. So some of the houses have got beautiful views over the ocean, and in fact so many of the people in Culburra Beach have got views, like views of the lake, views of one beach, views way out, views in the inlet where the oyster farms were. It's just an amazing, amazing place. And I think I may have already mentioned it, but very understated. So there are lots of holiday homes here, but I think it's far enough away from Sydney that it doesn't get that hammering constantly like the places that are near to Sydney get. So, you know, if you're down in this, I guess they call this the South Coast, I'm not really sure, it's just north of Jervis Bay, certainly pop up to Culburra Beach and have a look. So I'm definitely promoting it. And there's a closer look at that headland. And I've walked out there a couple of times, and it's a nice view because you can look down onto this beach, but also down onto the calmer beach. So although I didn't get to photograph any unusual birds, there are plenty here, as we can see by this information board, and there's some migratory birds as well. So how about that? They come from Siberia and Alaska all the way down to here, and some of them even go via New Zealand. How's that for a fun fact? So you can see why I do house sitting. I get to go to these beautiful places, stay in really nice houses, enjoy beautiful, beautiful animals. Those two girls were just gorgeous, and I love it. I love the choices that I can make. I can house sit, I can travel in my van, I've just booked an overseas trip and more about that later. So thanks for enjoying my video, which I hope you did, and for people who are new to my channel, welcome, and I appreciate you sticking to the end. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye for now. Well, good morning, and I've left Culburra Beach now, and I've left my house sit, and I'm exploring an area called Honeymoon Bay, and I've just pulled up. I'm going to do some walking, but I came down to look at the beach where I'm parked, and this is called Abraham's Bosom Beach. How's that for a name? Let's go and have a look.